Here's the first one. Oh my gosh, that feels so nice in hand. So big old chunk out there, big chunk out here. And look how dirty this is. And then, because it's so nice and clean. Look how clean they are. They're beautiful. I am so stoked with how the board looks at these wheels on. We got the Powell-Peralta, Andy Anderson flight deck. We got the Dragon wheels, also by Powell-Peralta, who you know my boy Andy rides these as well. So let's take these out to the driveway. Oh my gosh. So they feel amazing and they slide. Yeah, so these feel awesome. My blacktop isn't the roughest surface around, and it's pretty slick. It feels so soft to cruise on. They hold speed really well. My ankle's still a little sore, but so I'm probably not going to the skate park today, but maybe tomorrow. Maybe today, we'll see. Oh gosh, this feels nice. So my first impressions are that these are incredibly smooth to ride. It feels like riding on a cloud. Like they were soft, they were grippy when you were like carving and pumping. And they are so quiet. They are so quiet in the garage. They're super quiet out here. And they break the slide easy. I even fell down a couple of times because I did not expect the slide to be so pronounced. Let me hit the quarter pipe a couple of times so you can hear what it sounds like in the garage. Okay, so that felt awesome so far. My initial impressions are that these are the exact perfect wheel basically for this type of skate setup that I have, which is like concrete with some definite rough patches and cracks and blacktop. So I'm hoping that they're gonna be great for the park too. Good morning, everybody, and what a beautiful morning it is. I just rolled up to the skate park, Garrison, downtown Fredericton. Casey's meeting me here this morning. Our buddy Arnold Roberts is coming down from Woodstock to skate with us here this morning. It's gonna be fantastic. I didn't see it. Was it full send?
throw down.
So I have had the Dragon wheels now for a full week, and I've had the chance to ride them in a few different environments, and I've formulated quite a few thoughts about them. I do want to mention before we go any further that I bought these wheels myself at full price. This video is not sponsored by Powell-Peralta or anybody else, so these are my unbiased thoughts about the wheels. I have structured my review and my thoughts into a fun little concept that I'm calling the 5 S's of skate wheels. And those are quite simply sensation, which is kind of how the wheel feels overall. We have sound, which is the sound that they make. We have speed, how fast they go. We have stick, how sticky and grippy they are. And we have slide, which is how easily or not easily the wheel wants to break traction and power slide. Let's talk about the sensation of riding these wheels. So because they're a little softer, they soak up cracks, bumps, and the other characteristics of, concrete in your riding surface that you're gonna ride over. So they're very comfortable. They're smooth and they roll very easily as well, and they're not very loud. All those things combined together really gives you this amazing sensation. It feels like you're rolling or floating or riding on a cloud. It's pretty wonderful. So now let's talk about the sound, because I'm sure you heard in the footage, these are much quieter than the wheels that Casey was using. These are Spitfire Formula 4 full conicals, and these are 54 millimeters. They're much harder and they're much louder. And when you're in a busy skate park, the sound is a good way of communicating to everybody around you that you're skating. In the middle of the day, if you're at a skate park, if it's busy or not even totally busy, you can't really hear this coming. So you've just got to be mindful about that. The fact that these are a little bit quieter, I found it was really great in the garage, where everything's kind of echoey and reverbery. It's really echoey in there. So having the quieter wheels really diminished the sound of me hitting the thresholds and the coping and skating around, and I thought that was great. Sound is definitely different too. Honestly, it was kind of a sci-fi sound when they slid, which I liked. It was quieter overall than a regular power slide, and it wasn't as squawky. It definitely has its own character. Now let's talk about speed. I am pretty sure that these are a little bit slower than my Formula 4s. Now, I'm not necessarily heartbroken by that. I'm in my mid-30s, and I don't necessarily need to be going 100% as fast as I possibly could be going. Now, that being said, these are not a slow wheel at all. And because of the fact that they roll very easily, I didn't find myself kicking any more on the Dragons than I would have on the Formula 4s. I'm not that gnarly, so that little bit of speed that I'm not getting, that's not gonna make or break almost anything that I'm doing. If you're a total speed freak and nothing I've said so far has really resonated with you, then go for a harder wheel. If you're more like me and you can get by with like 95% of the speed that you're gonna need, then the Dragons are gonna go plenty fast for you. So now I wanna talk about the stick, or how the wheel feels when you kind of start to put some pressure on it on the concrete. I do a lot of carving, kind of like slalom movements, especially when I'm in the first, 20, 30 minutes that I'm at the skate park. I really like to skate around and carve and kick turn and do speed moves and stuff like that, and really put pressure on the wheel and kind of surf it out and snowboard it out. These were very carvy. I didn't feel at any point when I was putting pressure down, unless I was trying to power slide, that these were gonna let go and slide out on me. Which, depending on what you're going for, could be an advantage to your skateboarding, and it could be a disadvantage to your skateboarding. And now let's talk about the slide. I'm not a great director, and because of that, I really didn't film as much sliding as I should have. But I can tell you that these definitely do slide. They don't have the exact same slide qualities as a wheel like the Formula 4 do, however, though. The Formula 4 wheels broke basically effortlessly into power slides. I can put almost all of my weight into it on a hard wheel like this, and I can slide around, I can squawk them, and it's really cool. With the Dragons, I had to be a little bit more light-footed about it. I kind of had to release my body weight a little bit more just to get them sliding a little bit. But as soon as they were sliding, they were like butter. So overall, I have to say that I'm incredibly impressed with these wheels. They're not perfect, and they do have a couple of small drawbacks, like I mentioned. Like, ideally, they would be as fast as the Formula 4s would be, and they would slide as easily as these do. But it's just not reasonable to expect that. Those are small drawbacks. Because these are softer, you don't feel as battered and as like jarred around after a skate session. So yeah, I'm down for that. These can be your all-terrain wheels. These can go anywhere. I don't street skate that much, but they roll really nice on every kind of concrete that I've gone on so far. I don't really ride in the super chunky stuff, so honestly, I can't really attest to how they do if you're like a ditch skater or if you're coming more from a bigger, softer wheel. But if you're coming from more of a smaller, hard skate park wheel, then yeah, I think these are amazing. Friends, thank you so much. You have all been wonderful. I have been Will. I'm coming back every week making more skateboarding videos. In the meantime, you can click over here to subscribe to the channel. You can click over here to watch another video, and I will see you next time. Take care of yourselves. Peace out. Bye.